So imagine this. You're going on summer vacation and your family decides, hey, let's drive across the country. I don't know, you're from either Canada, the United States, Russia, maybe Indonesia if your car is amphibious or something like that. But yeah, you're driving across the country and you're going to drive a couple thousand miles. What vehicle do you need? One that's reliable, good on fuel, and has plenty of storage for you and your family members. Oh, and also in this scenario, you have a bunch of siblings, like it's the Loud House or something like that. I don't know, maybe you might have more siblings, I don't know. But yeah, this vehicle right here is what we're going to be building today. Now, I was thinking of partial carbon fiber, which does seem pretty good. Aluminum's good and all, but I feel like full carbon fiber is good for weight saving. Let's do a monocoque, obviously carbon fiber. Of course we're going to do that. We're going to do front longitudinal because I want to fit a decently sized engine in this thing, but I want it to get really good fuel economy. Double wishbone in the front and double wishbone in the rear, maximum quality as always. And now, let's look at the body selection. Yeah, basically this is going to be a ripoff of the Volkswagen Bus, and here's some stats about the engine. Makes 187 horsepower and 240 pound-feet of torque. Now, for this thing, we're going to paint it blue with copper accents on it. Now, some of you might not like this, but I personally really do like it. And this vehicle right here, I'm just shaping it right now, and hopefully the shaping of it doesn't make it look too similar to the Volkswagen Bus. I want this thing to have a unique look and to be special. I want this thing to be cool. So yeah, the wheels and the trim are going to be copper, and for aerodynamics, I want this thing to be good on fuel, so we're going to make it very sleek, like a streamliner. I was going to do front-wheel drive or even rear-wheel drive, but now that I think about it, I'm thinking of possibly making it all-wheel drive because this thing needs to go just about anywhere, so I might change that in the future. We're going to do probably utility or all-terrain or hard long life, and we don't want these tires to be stupidly wide. We want them to be narrow enough that, you know, they don't cause too much coefficient of drag. We don't want them to cause too much drag, basically, and I think 265s in the rear is pretty good since a lot of the, you know, driving force is in the rear as of right now. The fronts are just for steering, not real, and just a little bit of power, and yeah. So far, I'm just doing some more shaping of the vehicle itself, and it's going pretty well, to be honest. I'm trying to debate on whether I want this vehicle to be super long or kind of short. Now that I think about it, a super long version. I'll probably make a shorter wheelbase version. No, not shorter wheelbase. Shorter overall length version, maybe. I'm not sure, but this vehicle, I think it's going pretty well so far. And, oh, there's the grill insert and all that stuff. That is not a good thing. I wish I did not modify that because now there's like this faint line around it that shows that, oh, a grill could have gone there. But no, that's not where the grill is going to be. So for brakes, we're going to do 6-piston carbon ceramics in the front, and in the rear now I think about we're going to do drum brakes in the rear because, well, this is a big vehicle, and it might have a hybrid option someday, and we're going to make the force just enough so that it doesn't wear out the brakes. We're flow optimized, of course, cooling airflow, and yeah, coefficient of drag of 0.153, which is really darn good. We're going to do basic interior, basic infotainment, and for this vehicle, I'm thinking whatever's the most reliable, that is what we're going to do. And yeah, probably just regular electric, and I don't know, traction control and all that, maybe. You know what, now that I think about it, the highest quality traction aid, whatever gives this thing the best drivability is better. We're going to make this thing super lightweight, push the engine more towards the rear since this thing's kind of front heavy by design. And yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. And also, we're going to put whatever's the simplest but yet best as well, because we need this thing to last a long time. My goal is for this thing to go 1,000 miles on a single fuel up. That is my goal, and yes, I could have designed in a plethora of other cars that would have done this significantly better, but you need to bring over 10 people with you and all their stuff. So this thing right here is designed specifically for that, and it needs to be able to do it all pretty well. And yeah, I'm just tuning the suspension right now. So far, it's pretty good. And hopefully it has just enough capacity that it's not super bouncy and stuff, because I want this thing to do some off-road capability at some point. Because this thing is a vehicle for families, an adventure vehicle. And it is beautiful right now. And I just love this thing. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, I can just admire it. It's 5 meters long, and it's sold pretty well. Oh, pretty good fuel economy, to be honest. But now that I think about it, okay, yeah, we're probably going to do advanced automatic. Let's see what that does. 51 miles to the gallon. Pretty darn good, if all things considered. Like, seriously, that's pretty good fuel economy. And yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. And now, let's go into the interior. And no joke, this is sped up by 100 times, which is as fast as CapCut will let me speed up things. Because, yeah, this took almost 3 hours for me to design the actual vehicle, because I was going left and forth on whether I wanted the seats to be mounted to the side of the walls or in a standard row like a normal van. Yeah, I was confused on what I wanted to do, but I then decided, you know what, we're going to arrange seats in a very interesting way. We're going to arrange them in a way that will allow us to design them so that basically, instead of there needing to be 4 doors, 2 for the back and 2 for the front, we're going to turn the rear doors, which are like swing open doors, we're going to turn those into like access to like the main back rear compartment area where like we store like, I don't know, the middle children or something like that. And yeah, up here we have our little camera up there to set our driver's seat area. We'll make all the seats white because, yeah, white seats are perfect for small children, especially small children with food and stuff like that. We'll give it a license plate. I'll give it a dual exit exhaust on one side of the vehicle. And yeah, we're going to give it some cup holders all throughout the vehicle itself. It's pretty good. We're going to get all sorts of cool little things in here. It's looking pretty comfortable, and if this were on the market, I'd probably consider it if I had a lot of children. And let's give it some headlights that remind me of that Totoro character from My Neighbor Totoro, that Studio Ghibli film I've never seen before. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do for the headlights, and we'll adjust the speed and adjust the wheels to have 6 lug nuts, pretty nice, and some sunroofs. It's going to say Scalavra, but the name of the vehicle, I was thinking about naming it Vuko Muso. That's right, this is the 4th vehicle in the Muso series of vehicles that I've made, after the Tuo Muso, the Uno Muso, the Qo Muso, and now the Vuko Muso. This is the newest member of that family, and I just love the headlights. They do remind me of that one character from Studio Ghibli. And now, let's go to BeamNG Drive! We're gonna first start off with a drag race with the Turbine Thrasher, my fastest vehicle in the game, and yeah, this thing's also pretty fast as well, and let's go! Yeah, I'm sorry if I was late. There was something strange going on with the transmission. Probably shifting it into place or something, I don't know. For all we know, maybe this thing has 16 invisible people inside and it's weighing it down. Who knows? But yeah, we failed. We got a 13-second quarter mile, 106 miles per hour trap speed, and now we're gonna go against the Qo Muso, aka the former largest vehicle in the Muso series of vehicles. And now, let's go! For some reason, we were a little delayed again, but this time, we at least got, well, we weren't as delayed as last time. And yeah, that vehicle's rear engine, this one's front engine. Pretty neat. This time, we got 12.741 seconds with about the same trap speed. Pretty good. Not as good as theirs, which was slightly faster than ours. But also, now we're going to just race against the Tuo Muso at this point, which is the original in the Muso series. It's powered by an inline-3, making about 300 horsepower, and yeah. Once again, we were delayed, but yeah, they're faster than us overall. I believe their top speed's something like 162 or something like that. I think I remember setting it to that, but yeah. they're also a better drag car with an almost 12-second flat drag time. Yeah, we did not win. We got 12.8, which, is okay. And also, now we're going to race against the Uno Musso. Probably the best sounding car I've ever made. Probably one of them, I'm not sure, but yeah. This car, it sounds like a loud, rumbling muscle car, which it kind of is. It's like a muscle, old micro car, kind of. And yeah, we were definitely delayed, but that thing is old. It's from 1946, and even with 16 invisible people, we're able to go faster than them. They didn't stand a chance. Not at all. And we won. They got 16.1 seconds, and they failed to be a DeLorean. Can't even go 88 in a quarter mile. How pathetic and lame. Now, let's go somewhere else. Before we do anything, I just want to show you a little clip of something I did with, like, an unrelated clip involving the turbine thrasher and the new fuel chart up there. I want to show you that little clip real quick. So this right here is me doing the fuel economy test with my turbine thrasher, and I've never done this, but at 62 miles per hour, nearly 7,000 RPM, we are getting almost 60 miles to the gallon and almost 1,300 miles of range. And now, let's take it to 10th gear, the highest gear in the vehicle, and there is no way we are getting nearly 3,000 miles of range right now. This is a hypercar, for reference, a vehicle that is not designed for fuel economy, but is rather designed for raw speed and fun. There is no way this vehicle should be getting that. And now, let's go to our normal vehicle, our Vuko Musso. Now, we're currently traveling at 62 miles per hour, or 100 kilometers per hour, and right now we're getting slightly over 1,000 miles of range, which, don't get me wrong, for a 16-passenger van is really, really good, but is also absolutely abysmal when you consider that the turbine thrasher got almost 3 times that. Seriously, I don't know how that thing got nearly 3,000 miles of range from driving at 62 miles per hour in 10th gear. And yeah, now we're going to lower the gear so we can actually get to the top speed, which I set to 111 miles per hour because, let me say this, you don't want 15 other people in your vehicle telling you to slow down. It's annoying when one person does that. Now imagine one person plus 14 more people doing that. It's awful. It sounds terrible. Since we're at 111 miles per hour right now, we can actually see just how much mileage this thing can get at full speed in 10th gear. And so far, we're getting anywhere between 600 and like 650. So I'm going to say 625 miles of range at full speed in 10th gear. And now, let's do a little drive-by. The bus looks so happy. And now, I think we should move to the secondary Vuko Musso that we had back in the beginning spot. This right here is our second Vuko Musso right here. It is attached to a trailer that weighs about 6,400 pounds, or close to 3,000 kilograms, and let me say something, this is arguably one of the worst vehicles to pull this trailer with. Like, let me say this, the Cybertruck from last video would be a much better vehicle to pull with, since it has more power, more torque, and was actually built for towing. This thing's built for hauling people and towing tiny little trailers, and I would have towed like the little RV camper thing, but that was too lightweight and I wanted to tow something big. So yeah, this thing can't reach 60 miles per hour in 10th gear, I'm gonna take a guess on, and yeah, it can't. It can't do that, and we're gonna also take this thing to top speed as well, because this thing is utterly just ridiculous right now. This thing is just being dragged so much. I'm fairly certain sparks are being created because of just how heavy the trailer is on such a small vehicle. Actually, no, the vehicle itself is not small. On such a vehicle with a soft suspension. And right now, we are not able to get to 60 miles per hour. That's how heavy this trailer is on this vehicle. So, yeah. For towing stuff, I feel like something more than 187 horsepower would be good, But yeah, I still think this is a pretty good vehicle that I designed. Like a really good vehicle I designed. And now, let's skip a few minutes into the future, just so we can see what this thing's top speed is, because I don't want to show you this thing's painfully slow acceleration. Now that we're farther into this, we can now see that the vehicle is now at 83 miles per hour and is slowly accelerating to 84. And yeah, this thing is not going to go very fast, trust me. That is a lot of cargo this thing has to hold, and as I said earlier, it's probably dragging on the ground, which this ground may look smooth, but I'm going to take a guess it's concrete, which has little microscopic imperfections, so yeah, it's not perfect. And we're at 86 now. I wonder if we can reach 87. If we can, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool if we get... Wait a minute. Am I seeing 87? Am I seeing 87? Am I? Or is it... No. Oh, that was 85. Oh, okay. Please, please get to 87. We need this thing to get that fast, because if we could reach 88, we can go to the future. After all, that is the lore behind Back to the Future or something like that. You must be able to go 88 miles per hour. And we want to take our stuff with us when going back to the past or back to the future. We don't want to go there and have to buy all new stuff because we forgot all of our stuff. We don't want that. That would suck. We want to go with all of our stuff that we own, with all of our family's possessions, with all of our heirlooms and stuff. I don't know, maybe we want to go to a future with world peace, maybe. You know what? That would actually be a pretty good place to travel to the future. But right now, we're getting about 150 miles of range right now. 8 miles to the gallon right now. And, oh, we reached 87 miles per hour. And considering it took that long, I don't think we're going to reach 88 at all. So, let's jackknife the truck and the trailer. And now, I think it is just about time to go do a race. And now, let's go! Instead of doing a race at the Hirochi circuit, we're going to do it at the automation test track, or whatever this thing is called. And 3, 2, 1, let's go! And we're doing pretty good, and oh, did that crappy little sedan just push us out of the way? How dare them? How dare they do that? You know what? For that, I'm going to be a salty loser when I'm done with this. I'm going to be so mad. And you know what? It was kind of easy for them to push us because this vehicle is pretty darn light. I think it's only like 2,500 pounds or so, which for a 16-passenger van is basically nothing. And yeah, it does accelerate pretty fast and doesn't handle perfectly, but it does have some good handling things. It doesn't roll over. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good at not rolling over, and that's something I really like about it. You could take this thing through the corners, and guess what? You'll still be on your wheels. And also, this vehicle right here is a Scalavra. It's supposed to be high quality and fast and reliable and all that. No Scalavra is to be terrible. Well, except for the intentionally terrible vehicles. But now, let's go into the third-person view, and so far, we're doing pretty good. This is a pretty fast vehicle. I remember reading it can do a 0 to 60 in like 4.9 or 4.8 seconds or something, which is pretty good. And yeah, this is also a beautiful racetrack with tons of pine trees or whatever these trees are called. I don't know. I'm not a tree expert, so don't get mad at me if I don't know them. And yeah. This is also around the time where we reach some of the sharper corners on this track. And yeah, all of our passengers are perfectly fine, all of our invisible passengers. And yeah, let's keep going straight forward. And so far, I feel like we're doing really good with this thing. It's a pretty cool van. And oh, no. Oh. Yeah, the steering wheel and the rear view mirror and the speedometer are all messed up. So, yeah, I think this thing is severely damaged. And it's shrugging. It's like that shrugging emoji. That's how the wheels are right now. Okay, now we're positioned back a little farther. I had to get the vehicle repositioned in order to get back into the game because I could not drive it from there. And I think the wheels are still damaged to some extent. And oh, no. Yeah. Okay, that is like as small as the turning radius is. So I have to speed it up, and then I have to reposition the vehicle once again. And now let's try to continue this, because I think we're a little past 3 minutes in, and if it takes us like 5 minutes to do this whole thing, I'm gonna be pretty upset. So yeah, let's see. Okay, we are definitely 3 minutes in. Oh, no, don't hit that wall. Please don't hit that wall. Be careful, Van. You need to be careful. Oh, there's another turn. I thought this was straight onto, like, the finish line or something. Okay, we're going at almost 80. Okay, we gotta slow down. We definitely gotta slow down, especially with our garbage steering system. And oh no, it's gonna take even longer for us to get there since our steering is even more damaged now. And oh my, let's go, we can do it. We can totally do it. And that was like the slowest corner this thing took. Like, no, seriously, this thing is surprisingly good at taking corners. And let's see, and we did it. Oh, we did in total 3 minutes and 56 seconds, which is 238 seconds, which isn't the worst thing ever. We did better than 239 seconds at the very least, and yeah, this thing, we're gonna do some off-road testing, specifically off-road trail driving, because sometimes when you go on vacation, you need to drive on a trail that's off-road. And also, if you noticed up in the corner, I actually turned off the little fuel gauge thing for up here that calculates the range and stuff like that. I turned that off because, well, I kind of didn't want as much clutter on here. I'll probably turn it back on for the next video. I might turn it back off. I'm not entirely sure. As long as I know which widget that is for, like, the playing area and, like, the heads-up display for, like, what you're looking at right now. As long as I know which one that is, then I'm fine. And yeah, let's leave this racing facility and let's go on a little journey outside of the factory. And I don't even know if that is a factory. I'm gonna take a guess it's just a racetrack at that point. It probably has spare parts and stuff like that, maybe a repair shop, and so far we're doing pretty good right now. And we're about to do another corner. Once we take this turn, we will finally be off the road and onto the trails. And here we go. My goal is to climb to the top of one of these mountains or something like that. That is my goal. Or to the top of that dam. I'm not sure which one we're going to reach, but if we do reach to the top of the dam, we will have a quick place to end the video if necessary. And also, yeah, this thing is also surprisingly good off-road. I don't even think I modified or switched the drivetrain setting. Like, I know this is an all-wheel drivetrain, and it's like variable or on demand or something, so you can change it up and switch it up and stuff like that. I don't think I did anything to it, and yeah, those sunroofs, no light, absolutely none. And oh, we don't want to hit a tree. We don't want to damage our center mirror, which I use as like a dash-mounted rearview mirror. And ooh, we are definitely going pretty darn fast out here. And you know what? I feel like our passengers would really enjoy this trip. They would really enjoy driving on these trails and just riding along with us up a mountain. And so far, we're doing pretty good right now. And I feel like if this vehicle were real, it would be quite popular in real life because it's reliable, it's good on fuel, it has tons of seats. To be fair, it would probably be used a lot in, like, I don't know, in like more rural areas as like public transit or something like that. I don't know, like in Alaska or something, this would probably be like a school bus or something. I personally don't know, but yeah, that's probably what it would be since it's pretty good off-road. And yeah, I don't know, maybe you could fit snow tires. And just look at the view. It's pretty good view. And now we're going to continue to climb up, and I have no idea how far up we are, but yeah. And also, it's not the fastest up a hill, but that's not necessary. That is not necessary. It needs to just be able to go up a hill, whether that's fast or slow. And we're going about 20 miles per hour. Set the cruise control on, and it kind of drifts a little. Now let's go up to 25 miles per hour, and we're doing pretty good so far. The face, I do kind of see a face on this vehicle, a big mouth with some beady eyes. It's a little uncanny, but I've never personally minded that on vehicles because, well, they're metal and also they're on wheels. I could just go up some stairs and a vehicle can't catch me there unless it has like chunky off-road tires. And now we're at the dam. And yeah, we could not end the video on here because, well, there's rails. But let's go as fast as we want on this dam. And okay, we can't hit the wall. We can't hit the wall. And this is an utterly beautiful view. It's wonderful. I bet you this is what it's like to drive across the Hoover Dam, which is something I've never done, but it's something I kind of want to do. And, oh, I wonder what this is. Okay, I've never been to this thing, so it's, hydroelectricity, caffeine, coffee, or company, or whatever. I didn't know there was a coffee shop up here. And now, we're gonna end this video by going down one of the spillways, like it's a water slide, and I did not know there was a tunnel there. That's actually pretty cool, I'm not even gonna lie, but imagine if, like, the Itaipu Dam in South America, imagine if the spillway on that was just converted into a water slide. That would be like the world's most dangerous but awesome water slide at the same time. And that would be the most radical, tubular, and bodacious thing I can think of. But not as radical, tubular, and bodacial as this. Cowabunga! And now, that's all. See you next time. Bye!